Hey, this is John, and I just want to give you a quick demonstration of what WP Notify Pro is all about and some of the things that it can do for you. This is just a basic bar that I set up that's rotating ads, as you can see. This is a content box with an embedded YouTube video inside of it and some social icons enabled here on the bottom for sharing. Now, how it's set up is for a timer to basically start counting down, and will be locked until the timer expires. So there's a lot you can do there, and there's actually many timer options you can use, different ways you can use it. But this is just one example that I want to show you. So these are banners, as you can see. You can see the close button's enabled. This is a background image. This is a background image. Same one. There's some level of transparency set here. You can see that you can see right through it. And again, the social icons, and that's pretty much it. This is just kind of a basic example of what you can enable. Another thing I just want to point out is you can see there's border here. This is a double border. This is a dash border. There's 4 different borders that you can actually enable, and you can make them any color you want to, change the thickness and all that. So there's a lot of flexibility here. I'm just going to quickly now refresh this so you can see what I'm talking about, what it's going to do. You can see now it's locked, timer's counting down 5 seconds, and then once it hits 0, it becomes unlocked and the video becomes available. So just a quick example of something you might want to use it for. And I'm just going to go through the settings real quick to show you how you can configure some of these things, and how easy it is to actually do that. So this is the bar settings. The bar and the box are 2 separate entities. Basically, you can use them independent of each other, or use them together, however you want. So this is the first general page. This is where you can turn on the bar, enable the close button, tell it whether you want it to be on the top or the bottom, and set an appearance delay on the bar. So however many seconds you want to elapse before the bar will show up. Here's the content section. This is where you can set the minimum height, or I guess the thickness of the bar itself. If you want to, you can change the margins left or right for where the text will kind of go, be lined up in the bar itself. And then here's where you place in like the banner stuff. I grabbed like the HTML code for the banner ads themselves from the affiliate sites, and that's pretty much it. For scrolling, you use this little more. There's a little more button right here. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but you can just separate the items that you want scrolled through using that more button. And that's pretty much it for that. So now for the effects, this is where you can choose between no effect, which is just still text, scroll, rotate, and then you can change the speeds in pixels per second, but you just kind of adjust it. I think 5 is the default for each one, so you can just decide for yourself whether it's too slow, too fast, whatever, and change it accordingly. Here's the font and text. This is a little section where you can kind of override the WP editor text settings, because sometimes it's not that robust. You don't really have like a font selector size like the typical Word editor. So I wanted to add that in there, and then you can just set sort of the defaults here. But you can also go in here and tweak it as well. You can override, so you can change. You can select one word, change the color of that word, or just use these options as well. So you can kind of mix and match between what settings you want to use, and it's not complicated or anything. It's very easy to do. Here's the type of font, text alignment on the bar, left, center, right, justify, text color, and if you have a link, this is the color of the link, so you can separate that. But you can also do it. Of course, you can just have it however you want. Here's the border settings for the bar, where you can decide whether you want it, which sides of the bar has the border itself. Maybe you want to give it a unique look, so you can change it, left, right, top, bottom. The thickness, here's the 4 options, solid, dash, dotted, double, and then here's the color of it. Go down to background. Here's where you can set just a background color, or you can upload a background image. Now, depending on the image, you might want to repeat the image across the bar to make it expand, or you might want to have it stretch to expand, because you can, if you upload just like a small little background square image, it's not going to cover the whole thing. Maybe you want to upload just like a small logo or something like that, and then you could use the image position to tell where on the bar you would like that little logo to be. But you can play with these just to find out do what you need to do for the specific images that you're using. And here's where you can change the opacity. So 100 is, not transparent whatsoever, and then 10% is the highest amount of transparency you could possibly have. So that's a pretty cool feature too. Last but not least, the social sharing section, where you can enable which icons for sharing you want to use, and then which side of the bar that you want it to be on. So now moving down to the box settings, it's basically the same thing for a lot of these settings. You got pretty much the same general settings, all the different places you can position it. There's a total of 9, so basically every corner of the screen, both sides of the screen in the middle, and then the very center of the screen itself. Here's and also the appearance delay. The content section is where you can choose the box width if you need to. You don't have to do that, but you can if you need to. It's another standard, WordPress editor, and this is just a YouTube embed code right there that I just placed in there for the YouTube video. Here back, same font and text, same border options, pretty much the same background options here. So nothing different there. Social sharing. Now for the content locker, this is a little bit different because if you want to use it, you can turn it on or off. You can reset it. You can set it overlay color. You can upload another image if you want to. If you want the overlay so you can't even see what's in it, if you want to use a separate image, you can do that. Same options for the image, and then the opacity for that too. So that's really cool. You can do a lot with that. And then the countdown timer is pretty neat. You can have it go down for, tell a specific date if you want, a specific time. You got different options so for what's going to happen. If you can, once it expires, when you're using expired date setting, you can have it disabled. You can disable the content locker, basically remove the box altogether. If you're using specific time, you can set that. And then here's the options you have for that: hide the timer, reset the timer, hide locker, overlay, and timer. Hide the box, and then you can reset it. And then if yet another WordPress editor, if you want to, put in whatever you want, that's going to appear below the timer. And that's pretty much it. There's a couple other things you can see, like the bar content link click statistics. So if anybody clicks on the banners or the links that are inside your notification bar, it'll show up there which page, which country, and how many clicks you got. And then you can see right here which pages that the notification bar and content box are enabled for. And going back to pages, you can see here, if you just overview of the pages, you can see which bar is actually enabled for there in all countries. You might be wondering what that all country thing is, but if you go in here, you have the option to basically enable a different notification bar for USA, Canada, United Kingdom, New Zealand, Australia, or these. You can just select one bar for all the countries, or you can enable different ones, and then this is the rest of the countries in the world that you can differentiate for. So you can really target your traffic and control which bars are going to appear for visitors from all over the world, which can be really handy for affiliate marketing or just advertising in general. And that's pretty much it. That's the quick demonstration of WP Notify Pro. There's so much you can do with it. You can get really creative with it. That was just one example. I wanted to show you how it worked. And last, I just want to mention that you can, looking at all the notification bar screen here, you can see which bar, for the bar itself, these are the different test bars I have set up, but you can see what features are enabled. So you can see if the bar is active, the box is active, if the content locker is active, and the countdown timer is active. So the kind of the main thing. So you can have a quick glance and see what's going on with those. And that's pretty much it. So thanks for watching.